We are going to start the month of September feeding the cattle. They ran out of TMR. We didn't give them enough last month, but good thing we had that hay in reserve. So we'll go ahead and make a couple mixtures here. That should be good. Silage is getting low. Let's go a little more hay and hope we didn't overdo it there. Perfect. Okay, so we should be able to get 2 in, even though we will be able to get more silage today, but we might go through all of what we have in reserve now that these cows are eating a lot more. We look down here. Yeah, 17,000 a day is what we need to give them. And reproduction, I don't think we will see any more babies for a while. Oh, here we do. We have 5 that will give birth in a couple months. Okay, so that did give them more than half. Let's go ahead. We'll just use the rest of the silage. Add some straw up to about 50. Yeah, that should be good. And then some hay the rest of the way. Man, we're getting pretty good at that. Getting pretty good. So that'll put them above 20,000, 23,000 about. That'll get us through a day and a half. And good thing the grass is ready to cut. But I think we're going to prioritize the harvest before the grass. Okay, gonna leave that all set up. I do want to run over to the chickens. We're going to sell all the boys again. And the first thing we need to do is get them food. Let's go over here. We're going to find males and get them out of here. That's going to be no money for those ones. These ones will give us a little bit of money, $2 to be exact. And that should be it. So we do have 92 females, a good mixture. Let's jump into this menu. And reproduction's getting there, puberty's getting there. So we should start seeing a decent amount of eggs moving forward. Yep, let's go ahead and get the equipment prepped for this harvest. Get the semi out there first, and then we'll come back for the harvester. And we need to take a look at maintenance on that and make sure it's full of fuel as well. And I think going this way might be best for where I want to start this harvest, or at least start with the semi. And it looks like October is going to be soybean and a corn harvest. So we will go ahead and park right here. Whiskey over there, it's swimming. Look at Whiskey. It's hilarious, sitting in the water. We're going to head on into the dealership and get this stuff repaired and hope that we have enough cash. But we definitely want to get the best yield possible from these harvests. So having a completely repaired combine, I think, is a key to that. And I'm kind of wondering if we're going to have room to go to that gas station with this. We'll find out though. So I think if we cruise over to the right side, might be able to unrealistically fill up our combine at the gas station. Okay, it's gonna be pricey. Almost 3 grand. Money is getting low, guys. We might have to take out a loan to repair the combine. Let's find out. Oh, not horrible. Not horrible, but we will repair all of these and even the trailer. Why not? Less than 100 bucks. So balance is at 10,000. Looking at some product that we bought that we didn't need. Money's gonna be tight for a few months and then we'll be fine. Okay, I guess I could start unfolding the combine, and we're gonna pull the header trailer right to here. That's all hooked up now. Please let me back up. There we go. That was strange. I think cutting through this grass field, it won't bother them too much. Didn't really plan this that great, but this will work. Go ahead and lower it and try not to damage our crops. Forgot to turn it on. There we go. And I believe this is a no straw crop. Yep. Let's just try just in case. Yeah, not supported. But this should be good for the pigs and the chickens. Getting almost 180 bushels an acre. That seems to be a pretty good amount. And this is a decent sized field. So this should be enough to keep the pigs alive and the chickens for hopefully the next year. So now I believe we've given ourselves plenty of room to turn around. Guy's checking out our truck. He's not sure what to do. And 86%'s not too bad. So we'll go ahead and just unload now. And I was somewhat tempted. Let's see, how dire are we needing to get food over to the chickens? Oh, we got a little bit of time. Okay. Probably should be able to finish the harvest. And the pigs are going to be absolutely fine for a few more months. So their value goes up more. Oh, so they'll give birth and we'll probably sell these 5. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But time for the long haul of this harvest. Time to get it done. Gotta be honest, I know there's a mod that prevents it, I believe, but I hate when the trees get in the way because I always mess up. And we got a full harvester. Gonna just unload it here with the diesel, with the semi. Stop right here. And it'll be very interesting to see if we completely fill up this truck more than once, and I think we will. I think this load here will get this one hopper in the front full. That's a lot of feed. A lot of feed. We might be able to sell a little bit of this when the price is right. It did not fill it up. Let's go ahead and shut that off. We'll leave the semi there. Hop back in the harvester. Continue on with the harvest. Still think we'll fill up the truck. I don't think we're going to quite fill the truck up. I think I was mistaken. But we'll get close. We'll get close. We'll fill up the front here for sure and a little bit of the back. Still a pretty good harvest. Front is full. Pull forward, let that finish. We'll go ahead and shut the semi off. Going in there nice. Back in the harvester. Look at that fuel already, like more than a fourth used. It's insane. We do have a mod that uses more fuel to make it a little more realistic. It seems to be doing the trick. And I think we should be able to fit the rest in the combine. Get this harvest complete. Still got to cut the grass and plant some barley today. A lot to do still. And the harvest is complete. Let's open the auger, shut off the header. We're gonna need more fuel. That sucks. That's a lot. That's a big expense. That is our biggest expense, it seems, which makes it feel somewhat realistic, in my opinion. Not somewhat, pretty realistic. All right, let's see. Does this fill it up all the way? So I'm hoping to not have to drive the harvester back into the farm, but take it straight to the soybean field to get it prepped for next month. So hopefully this all fits. That'll save a little bit of fuel. Could always bring the semi to unload it here as well. And I don't think we have enough fuel to do the weight limit probably. Okay, so let's shut that off. We hit the weight limit on the trailer. So let's go drop this off and we'll come get the rest with the semi. That'll probably be the wisest thing to do. Seemed like a pretty good harvest. We're gonna have a ton of sorghum to feed the chickens and the pigs. And we'll, when they give birth in a few months, we'll see if we want to keep the babies and the adults. We'll see what it says per month for feed and make the decision based on that. This dropped off and then we'll get the rest. So that's showing 33, just over 37,000 liters right now of sorghum. And the remainder, I would say, pretty successful harvest. Okay, that should be good there. We'll just have to turn this back on. The rest there, we're gonna shut this off for now. Hop back in here, close that, hold it on up, go put the header on the trailer and take this over to the soybean field so it's prepped for October. There we go. We should be able to make this turn. And I do want to prioritize the soybeans over the corn. It's a bigger field, so I want to get that done first in October. And worst case, I believe we could just harvest the corn in November if we chose to. Looks like some sorghum to the right as well there on field 15. Yeah, we did miss a little bit of weeds, but I think that'll be fine. Should be off the road now right there. Excuse me, white car. Okay, gotta get this cut. We gotta plant some seeds. Gotta get the chickens fed, probably top off the pigs as well. Yeah, we got a lot to do. Park that there for now. Let's get the case. Actually, we won't be able to feed the pigs with this, but we absolutely can feed the chickens. And since this implement's already on here, might as well use this tractor. And because we have it, let's go ahead and just fill this up with sorghum. Should make the chickens happy. Oh, that trailer's in the way though, isn't it? Let's see if we can sneak in there. Hey, look at that. And I have no idea how much of this it'll take. That is close to what we'll need for the rest of the year for the amount of chickens we have right now. And we might be able to just, let's drop this here and let the case take over. And we need to find the seeder. That's a planter. Now, I guess we could have used this and cultivated in one go, but it didn't seem to actually do that unless I just didn't turn the cultivator on last time. 53% full. We'll switch this to barley. And I think what I'm gonna do, since we do have to do the grass as well, I'm gonna do the headland. And after the headland's done, we can hand it on over to a worker and let them finish it so we can make sure we do get everything we want to get done in September. Because we gotta cut the grass, ted it, row it, pick it up. Got a lot to do. Do we have silage in the fermenter? So maybe, we might be getting to the point where we could sell some, but I'll need to check that. Okay, we should be able to just hand this over now. Guess we blocked them, now they're flying, all right. There was a little spot up here that we missed that I wanted to see if it was an elevation issue or if we should be able to go back over it, maybe a different direction. But yeah, this little section there, let's double check that it didn't. Oh, here we could see, we have a ton of silage. We have a ton of silage, okay. So let's look here. Yeah, that little spot, I guess we're standing on it and we couldn't see, was missed. We'll try to get that later. But I did notice we have some goods here that we need to move. and then we'll get the pigs fed and then get to cutting the grass. Just a lot. I love it. A lot to do. And the tomatoes are all stacked nicely. Got them dropped off. Now we'll go get the lettuce. Very good. Trying to get this production back up and running and activate that. And then we'll grab this and we'll give the rest of this sorghum to the pigs. It's not a lot, but we won't have to worry about the chickens for a while, which is nice. If I can whip this good enough here. Not the best angle there. Took a little bit, we got it straightened out, and that'll clear. So now we can hop in here and see how that affects them. All right, couple months worth, should be good. And it feels like we do this every episode. Time to cut the lawn. Away we go. Missing a little bit there, but we can get it going the other direction. Just hugging the fence a little bit here. Cruise around the outside. Man, that's a pretty sorghum field next to us. Wish we owned that too. But let's get this cut, get it all tedded up, rowed, and sure won't be too long when we find out if we had enough seed for that field. Oh, we forgot to repair the mower. That is unfortunate. We'll finish getting this done. This will be the last time we cut it without repairing it next time, but that's a little sad. So we could get a half cut in November, but this is the last full cut we're gonna get. So we'll get a little growth stage in October, and then we should be back to the first ready to harvest stage in November. So it's either wait until spring to get that extra cut. I guess we'll decide based off of need for the cattle. Got to get through the winter though. All right, let's get this done. And the tedder's all set up. We did leave this little bit out here that we didn't cut, but I think it'll be fine. Go ahead and lower this, enable it, get away from the tree, turn this into some hay, and we'll do the same thing. We'll look at the numbers before we start picking up, but we'll probably send a good amount of this to the silo, the feed silo, and a good amount of it to the fermenting silo. Same thing we did last time. Mix it on up. And another phase done, and we need to check on the planting because we haven't heard anything. I see they're still moving, but I feel like they've got to be low on seed at this point. So we'll get this put away back where it was and go check on that next. Oh, from here, it looks like they're getting close. Yeah, some good progress being made. I'm actually going to plop this in here for now. I think this is a good place to keep it. Go right there. And we'll drive on up and ask them how they're doing. 5% left to do that. That's going to be unfortunate because I think that is one thing we do not have extra of. I don't really want that expense right now, but we'll check in our seed storage here and see if I was smart enough or lucky enough to have extra, but I feel like that was the rest of it from last year. Actually, for that little amount, I'm just going to turn on buy seeds for now. And that will cause the money to go down a lot faster, but you don't have to worry about going to the store or back. A little cheeky this there. Time to rake this up. About halfway done with the grass process here. Some good sized swaths coming in. Yeah, the money's going down faster, but not as dramatic as I would be worried about. And then we'll just buy the exact amount that we need by doing it that way as well. And we'll do a big seed run when we do flip the other 3 fields in the spring. But let's concentrate on the job at hand. Get this rowed up so we can move it over to the silos. That was an interesting path I took on all of these. But we were all done rowing it up, and I'm starting to think there was something that we were going to be able to sell in September. So I want to take a look at that here next and just make sure we're not forgetting something, because that money, that's starting to hurt. Starting to hurt. All right, that is put away. Let's shut that off and take a look at our handy dandy time-saving stock check. Nothing says September, but I feel like milk is at a really good price right now. Let's grab the truck. And then, yes, this tanker here. It's not compatible. Are you kidding me? Come on. All right, we'll grab a tractor then. I'm not 100% sure where the spot to sell this is going to be, so we'll have to take a look at that next. But let's get hooked up to the tanker. See if we can figure out exactly where to unload the milk. I think it's directly in front of us. Yes, it is. Okay, this was going to be quite a bit of loads, I believe. Now that's showing all the milk's gone, but if we go in here, we show, yeah, a good amount left still. So let's see where this is at. Wow, the dairy. Okay, let's get cruise control set to a better pace though. And let's look on our map. Where are we? Oh, it's at the dealership. Okay, not too far. I know exactly how to get there and back. It's not at the dealership, it's at the little fork in the road near the dealership, but only going 22. Okay, we can go faster. Good, 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 good. There we go. 32. That's not bad. Okay, gonna be a lot of trips. Okay, cows have saved the day. Is this real? 18,000 for one load. I hope we have a bunch more loads. 18,000. We're at $28,000. Boom. All right, let's get the rest. And the fourth load is not quite full, but we will sell it here. Hoping to see that number at about 75,000 when we get done here. That would be pretty nice. I don't remember the last time we had this much money on this farm. I guess when we started with 100,000. Yeah, 75,000. Yeah, 75,487 is the number we have now. So much relief. We will double check that app to see if there's anything else that's worth selling today before we pick up the hay. But yeah, what a nice surprise that I almost forgot about. Okay, just taking a quick look here. The silage is at a pretty good price, but we don't want to sell that. Oats are on their way up. They'll peak in January. Seeing if these two, value and max value, are close and they're willing to, like, worth selling today. I think that's gonna do it. So let's go ahead and pick up the hay. Let's look at those numbers too, though, and right there will be a good place. 35,000 in silage and 43 in hay. So we'll do what we did last time. We'll do the first load of silage, see how much is left after that, and go from there. But we do need to also probably move some silage over here to start getting the cattle fed. Probably want to do a good feeding session before I log off for the night to get them all prepped for October and November. We got a lot to do in the next 2 months, so having them taken care of leading into that would probably be wise. So here we go. Get that first load. Try to avoid the trees, go for that obnoxious high angle. But we should, as we learned last time, basically get around the headland and have this thing full. And there we go for the first load. Barely around the headland. We'll be able to pick up the part right there that we missed on our way back. Let's go drop this load off and get the production back up and running to turn it into silage. All right, while that's dumping, we'll go ahead and head over here. And we want to activate hay silage. And then I also want to run right into the hay, but then come over here, take a look. Oh, I could have done it in the same screen. Yep, it is done. We'll deactivate that. And what do we have here? Okay, looking pretty good. We'll do the next load for hay and then keep going back and forth between the two types of product. And there's the first load of hay. We'll get that dropped off at the hay or the feed silo. And this is I really love this farm. I'm pretty sad that like I said earlier in the episode, that I found it so late. But we're learning a lot of what I want to do in the next iteration of Farming Simulator through this playthrough. Second load going into the fermenter, and then the rest will be hay. And all the grass has been picked up. I should say hay. All there is left to do is move a good amount of silage over here and make some more feed. Like I said, really want to make sure those cattle stay as healthy as possible. So once we get this hay dropped off, we will go get probably 2 loads of silage, bring it on over here, and then make a few mixtures of TMR. All right, that should do for now. We'll let that get emptied, and then we will head on in. Like I said, we'll do as many mixtures as we can with the silage that we have. These are literally our cash cows. Let's go with my normal process, go about right there, go to silage, go about right there, and then hay. Good mixture. Okay, that was a little too much silage. We'll do a little less on the next one. Though it looks like this might completely fill them up. But we will do another mixture so we can just feed them in the morning. Oh, yeah, this will be risky. I would like to have a full load first thing in the morning. Let's do, so we're at 40%. Do that, TMR. Perfect. So that'll be ready for the morning. And we're all done today. $75,000 to our name. We look at our time-saving stock check, about almost $2,000, $200,000 worth of goods, but that's where I'm going to leave you. Socks way up. I'll catch you on the next one.